another video on the channel today. We are here for the player ratings between Newcastle United and Manchester United. If you didn't go and watch the reaction to the game, make sure to go and do it. I put it up there, make sure to go and watch that if you haven't already. But it was a disappointing result. We'll do the player ratings now. Should be interesting because of the amount of mistakes we made in that game was absolutely ridiculous. But lads, there's going to be obviously loads of videos tomorrow. I'm going to have to not wake up like early, but I'm going to have to do my preview straight away, get it up at a nice time, and then have the predictor team out in the evening, then the game on Saturday. So loads of videos out on the channel. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get into it now. Martin de Vabgar, actually no, we'll look at my predictor team first and we'll see where the changes were. So Jetro Willems came in, which was good. Two Longstaffs came in the midfield, and Gale came in. I think I had Gale in, which was good. I had the attack, I had everything the same, just that I didn't know Willems was in, and I thought you keep Shelby and Hayden, and he changed it to the Longstaffs. Let's get to the player ratings now. Martin de Vabgar, he had to make a couple of decent saves, and the first goal's going to get labelled to him, of course. It was his mistake. Peter Schmeichel was on Prime, and he was speaking about that way. And your defender moves at the last second to give the Vabgar the eye to the ball, right? And he says it is hard, but as a Premier League goalkeeper, you should be saving it, and I think you should be saving it as well, because he's done that so many times. He's made some fantastic saves, and he's kept us into many games. But today, it was a bad day at the office. Conceded 4. You've got to give him. I'll give him a 4 out of 10 because he made a couple of decent saves that kept us in the game. Right wing back Javier Manquillo, who's been fantastic recently. He wasn't really great. He didn't really get into the game at all. Martial's a threat on that side, and when you're coming up against quality players in Anthony Martial, it is always going to be a tough game. Manquillo, I'm going to give him a 4 as well. Didn't think he was that bad. On to the defence now. We'll do Fabian Schär. I don't know if he'll be playing now because we've only got 3 centre-halves fit, which is the 3 that played today. And Fabian Schär stamped on his own hand, and it was pouring of blood, and it wasn't nice to see. But we're going to judge on his performance, and it wasn't good enough. That pass, I don't know what for the second goal. What's he doing? Why? Because throughout the full game, he was playing that ball up to Manquillo, like where you just keep it in and you curl it around up to the top of the pitch. He was doing that for the full game, and it was on. So I don't know why he didn't do that. He didn't lose the ball. Mason Greenwood with an unbelievable finish. Fabian Schär, I've got to give him a low rating. I've got to give him a 3 out of 10 today. And this is, we'll do Federico Fernandez. This is Fernandez's second time as being captain for Newcastle United. The first time he was captain, we got beat 3-0 to West Ham at home. And the second time we've got beat 4-1 against Manchester United. He is a great player, he's a great defender, but you can tell he's not a captain, and I think we did miss a leader in this team. As a captain, and John Joe Shelby at the minute, because obviously Lascelles is out, you've got to play your captain, in my opinion. Understand, Bruce, we've got a game in less than 48 hours from kick-off, you've got to. But it is disappointing. Fernandez isn't a captain at all. He's not a leader on the pitch. Fernandez, he didn't really give much of a mistake. I'll give him a 3. I thought, yeah, a 3. I think him and Shaw weren't great. Lejeune was, for me, the best defender. He's only going to get a 4, conceding 4. He wasn't great, but what can you do? Marcus Rashford had a decent game today, and he was always on his side. He didn't really have much on his side. Him and Willems didn't really have much on. It was who was on that side. It was Mason Greenwood. He didn't really have much on his feet, and I think Ollie's seen that, so he moved him into the middle to get the best out of him, and it worked. So Lejeune, I've said a 4. Jetro Willems, it was nice to see him back. Don't get us wrong, it was nice to see him back, and he didn't do too bad. He didn't really stand out at all, did he? He didn't really have that game. Recently in December, he hasn't been great, to be fair. Southampton, he wasn't great. What other games have we had? After the Southampton game, we had Burnley, which he wasn't really great. Palace, he didn't play. Today, he wasn't really great. So what happens with Jetro Willems? Does he play on Saturday, considering he just came back from injury, we'll have to wait and see. I'm giving him a 4 as well. Moving on to the midfield, we're going to do Sean Longstaff. Until his mistake for the 4th goal, passing it, literally, he just... When he passed it, it didn't go to anyone, and it went through the gap, and Martial's through on goal, and he was never going to miss. After that, after his mistake, I thought Sean Longstaff was alright. He made Fred, he had a shot on goal, he was working hard, but it wasn't his day-to-day. First half, I didn't think he was good enough, and the chances he's been getting to show Bruce, he's been alright at the home games, but away he started against Burnley and Manchester United, and he hasn't been great in both of them. I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10. Yeah, you're going to give him that. Matty Longstaff, a familiar face for Manchester United. He got a goal, and I thought Matty Longstaff works hard today, and I thought from his goal, I think because we scored so early in the game that it sort of hit us that we've got to defend now. We've got to really do this, basically. And that's where I think a lead-out was missed. If we had Lascelles starting today instead for Fernandes, for example, I think the scoreline wouldn't have been as bad, because we had a leader on the pitch, like what Spurs were scored sort of earlier in the game, and we had Lascelles on the pitch leading the defence, right? Today we didn't have a captain in Shelby or Lascelles. Matty Longstaff, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He's not my man of the match though. I haven't said him yet. Do you have any thoughts who you think it might be? But Matty Longstaff, 6 out of 10. A fantastic finish. Manchester United must hate that man. They might try and sign him. You never know. But Matty Longstaff, 6 out of 10. Moving on to the attackers, we'll do Miguel Almiron. It wasn't his day-to-day. Of course, he got that goal against Palace. And in the first half, I thought he was actually alright. I thought he always works hard. We all know that. And I think Bruce wanted him to stay. Bruce wanted him to keep him for Saturday, so he took him straight off and brought Yedlin on just in the 63rd minute. Never seen Newcastle United making 2 substitutions in the 60th minute, like around that time, but we did, and the game is dead by then. But Bruce wants to keep him, make sure that he's fine for Saturday. I'm gonna give him a 4. You can't really give high ratings for the result we had. Dwight Gale, I am happy to see him start. Disappointed with his performance. He didn't really work hard at all, in my opinion, and he wasn't getting stuck in as he wanted to. But that chance literally just before Matty Longstaff scored, you've got to put your one-on-one with the keeper, and you literally, I think it probably spent a metre above the crossbar. How do you manage that, mate? And the keeper didn't get a touch. It was close, but he had to get a touch, but he wasn't. I'm gonna give Gale a 2. I didn't think Gale was great today, and he's championship at best. Against obviously Burnley, you missed that sitter. Today it wasn't good enough. Joe Linton, my man of the match, in my opinion, right? He was great today. In the first half, he was sensational. In the first half, well, sensational was a bit too far by me there. Very good, very good, until our first goal, but obviously we just all crumbled. But even when it was 2-1, he was still doing the dirty work. For the Gale chance, he had to work so hard, and then for the Matty Longstaff goal, he really had to work, and it was great play. Matty Longstaff played the ball over to Joe Linton. He has to hold the ball up. He's had 3 defenders on him: Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, and Harry Maguire. Gives it to Matty Longstaff and puts it away. It's his second assist of the season. Joe Linton gets a 7 for me. My man of the match, and deserves credit for me, definitely. On to the substitutes now. First one was, Christian Atsu. Obviously, he's an army. I'm not a fan of Christian Atsu. 3, didn't do anything. Yedlin, not in his preferred position. What can you give him? 3. Emil Kraft, no rating. He played 5 minutes, so you can't give him a rating. Disappointing today. I think if Bruce played Shelby, it could have been a different game for having that leader. But we didn't, and we've just got to forget about it and move on. Lads, that's the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll say it's all for the videos tomorrow. I'm going to have to graft me bollocks off to record both videos and upload them in the same day. But it's got to be done as it is, lads. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next one. Let me know your player ratings as well. What's the reaction to the game? See you all in the next one.